All of the photos currently on your website are held in your website's media library. Your media library can be accessed from your website's dashboard on the left side if you select this media link. There you can see all the photos currently on your website. You can scroll through and see them all. If you need to search for a photo and you know the title, you can use the search bar at the top right. If you'd like to add a photo to your media library, you can click this Add New button, hit Select Files, and you will be brought to your computer's File Explorer, where you can search through and find any photo you'd like to add. You can select multiple files at once or just one, but select your file or files, hit Open, and that file will now be added to your media library. If you would like to remove it, you can click on it, hit this red Delete Permanently button, hit OK, and that file will now be removed from your media library. Now, if you'd like to add a photo to a page, simply come to that page you'd like to add the photo to, hit Edit. You now be brought to that Edit page. So we just need to decide where we'd like to place the photo. If we want to place the photo between these two paragraphs of text, we can hover our cursor around as we see this Add Block plus sign pop up, or we can always select a block and we will get this option to add a block afterwards. Or when we have a block selected, we can also hit these three dots and you will get the option to insert one before, insert a block after. So we're going to insert a block after, so we're going to hit that, and you will get the blank block space. This will be denoted by the Add Block plus sign on the left, and on the right you will see some options for your most commonly used block. If you see your option you want over here, you can select it. We would be doing Add Image, but for now I'm not going to select it here. I'm going to select over here to show you. When you hit this plus sign, it'll open up to your most commonly used blocks. If you see what you want there, you can select it. If you don't see what you want there, you can hit the caret and look through the other options. Yours will most likely be in most used or common blocks. So we would select image, but again, if you're having trouble finding it, you can always use the search bar at the top, type in what you'd like. We want an image, so we're going to find that and hit the image block. And you will get a blank image block. From here, you'll get the option to upload it from your computer, which will add it to your media library, or to grab it directly from your media library. So we're going to go to our media library. We're going to click on the image we want to add. We're going to hit this blue select button, and the image has been added in. By default, images are added in on their own line and then at full size. So we have some options to change the size. We can click on this blue dot and just drag it and resize it automatically wherever we would like. WordPress automatically makes some different sizes of every image we can select from. Or you can set the width and height manually if you'd like with these options. So as we see, when we put in there by default, it's on its own line. We have some alignment options. If nothing's chosen, it's on its own line and it's on the left side. If you choose align center, it'll be on its own line, but centered. If we want the text to wrap around it, we can choose align left or align right. If we see we choose align left, the text is now wrapping around it on the right. So we've made some changes and we want to see what it looks like, but we don't want to make the changes permanent to our site. We can hit this preview button up here, and it will generate a preview of what that page will look like with our new content. So we can see that photo over here. Maybe we want to try the photo on the right side and up a little higher on the page. So I'm going to come back to it, click on it. I'm going to change its alignment to align right. The text is now wrapping around the left. And then to move it up and down the page, we have some options. Whenever the image is selected, you will see these arrows. You can move it up and down the page. Or you can select these dots and click and drag the photo, and you'll see this blue line show up denoting where the photo will be dropped. So we're going to drop it there for now. Let's say we want to move it up just one more. We want it just under this header, so we're going to move it up one more. We're going to hit preview. And we like that change now. We want to make it live. So we'll come back and we'll hit the blue update button. That will now make the change live. When we view our live page, we now see our photo in there where we put it. If we come back there, we have a couple other options for photos. If you click on the photo, you can always make it a link. Just click this link button. Add in the address you want it to link to, hit enter, and that photo will now be a link. If at any time you want to swap out and change that photo and keep it in the same position, you can hit this swap, add, or edit image link. Again, you get the option to upload from your computer or your media library. We're going to go to our media library. We're going to select the photo we want to change it to. Hit select. It will be brought in at its default full size. So we just resize it, but it will be in the same position. And we hit update. We can come view that page. And you now see the live page with the photo where we've positioned it at the size we've set it. So we'll come back to that edit page at any time. If you want to remove a photo or any type of block, you can click on it. Click on these dots, you get the option to remove a block, or you can just hit delete and it will be gone. And we'll hit update to make those changes permanent. Controlling the photos for the majority of your site works that way. The photos on your room pages are a little bit different. These photos and the background images on this overview page are called overview thumbnails. Then if we come to a room itself, we will see the large image slider at top. This will be controlled by the image slider. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to hit edit room. And at the bottom here, you'll have a room information area. And under it, we will have the image slider tab. These are all of the images in that large slider. Again, the image slider will control all of these images in this slider. And then we have the overview thumbnail. And that will again control the room, the background images on the overview page for these. So if we come to the image slider, you'll see here you can click and drag to reorder any images. You can hit the X to remove them. Hit the blue add to gallery button. You'll be brought to your media library. And you can select however many files you'd like. Hit select and they will be added to your slider. Again, you can click and drag, or you can hit X to remove them. Once you like what you see, you can hit preview to get a preview, or hit update to make your changes live. Last but not least are the large slider photos on your home page. These will be controlled in meta sliders. So if you come to your website's dashboard, on the left side, if you select meta slider, you will see all the slides in your homepage slideshow. You can click and drag to reorder them. You can hit X to remove a slide. If you want to add a slide, come up here at the top, hit this add slide button. Select the image you would like to add. Click add to slideshow, and it will now be added to the slideshow. If anytime you want to remove it, just hit the X. It will be gone. And if you want to update any of the slides that are already there, you can click on the image. You'll be brought to your media library. Select the image you would like to change it to, and you'll hit update slide image. Whenever you like the changes you've made here, you hit this blue or the save button on the top right. And that will make the changes to your homepage slideshow live. These images need to be 1920 pixels wide by 800 pixels tall, or they will look pixelated.